So after this, they do you a huge favor, and they put you in against 21-year-old John Jones.
Yep. Yeah, this kid's green.
Second UFC appearance. You got him.
It'll be an easy W for you. A good first fight back after the knee reconstruction. You know, we need to throw you a bone here, give you something winnable. Oh, thanks, Joe. That's really how he presented it.
Like, now, do you think he knew what he had on his hands? Do you think he knew what he had on his hands with Jones?
Maybe not, but I think he did. Just the way he served it up, like, yeah, this kid's really dangerous and athletic and all that. This kid's green, and it'll be a good, builder fight for you. Like, get you back in the mix after that injury that was presented to me in that way. And I kind of believed him. Like, all right, like wrestler, young kid, like probably submission defense isn't there, striking isn't there. It should be an easy night. So I thought that it would be an easier fight than it was. But then, when I ran into him at weigh-ins and I just saw the frame on him, I was like, geez, fucking guy's fingers are like bananas. Like, fuck, never seen hands that big. Yeah.
Usually that's you. Usually you're the guy with the RoboCop, the RoboCop, the big frame, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was big for the weight class, and he was way bigger than me, way longer reach than me. And it was just like being in there with him. He was so long. It was so hard to get in punching range. So, I ended up falling in with my punches and overcommitting, and I'd wind up in his clinch. And then his throws were so good, man. Like, I'd be caught off balance from falling in with my punches, and he'd throw me. And that was the story of the fight.
All right. I think there's a little bit more to that story. I think he was gassing in that third round. And
for sure. He says it himself. I was hitting him with good shots, and he had nothing left. Yeah. So I made him fight. Like, he'd throw me or hit me with something big, and I'd immediately get right back on him. If you see after that highlight reel spinning elbow where he creamed me with that, he said his elbow was sore for a couple weeks, and my feet flew up in the air. The first thing to hit the ground was my head. When I hit the ground, my collarbone separated. It popped on up. I didn't feel that till the middle of the night that night. Woke up in my bed screaming in pain, and my collarbone was obviously like an inch higher on this side. But that spinning elbow creamed me with it. But when you notice, I hit the ground and I immediately start shrimping and attacking, getting the underhook and getting back to my feet. So I shook it off. No problem.
Man, I remember in the third round telling the guys next to me when I'm watching it, I said, Stephan might win this fight, because Jones was fading so fast.
I just needed to land that big one, man. Couldn't do it, man.
It was fun to watch.
Check out the full interview on iTunes, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms.